Chapter 3 Villa Number 1 in the eastern suburbs. 10 minutes later, the Bund, boom boom, with a burst of engine sound, Lin Chen's car was parked in the parking lot on the Bund. Supercar? What's so strange about supercars? There are not a lot of monsters? Wait, this is no ordinary car. This is a Porsche 911 GT 1-98. There is only one in the world. Only one car in the world? Take a photo, quickly take a photo and send it to Moments. With the arrival of Lin Chen's car, he was immediately recognized by a supercar enthusiast, which caused a sensation. Lin Chen didn't pay much attention to this, just calmly parked the car in this parking space. At the bottom of my heart, I was also a little curious about how the Dongjiao number 1 villa I bought would be delivered. Waited for half a minute. Lin Chen's cell phone rang. Picking up the phone and looking at it, it was an unknown call. Got the call. A sweet female voice sounded. Hello, Dongjiao number 1 sales department, are you Mr. Lin Chen Lin? Listening to this female voice, Lin Chen raised his eyelids slightly. I am. Hello, Mr. Lin, the real estate certificate of the villa in Dongjiao number 1 that you purchased has come down. When will you be free? Can you come and get it? Okay, I see, I will go here now. Good sir, the sales department of Dongjiao number 1 is waiting for your arrival. After speaking, the phone hung up. The corners of Lin Chen's mouth rose slightly. I didn't expect it to be this way. Lin Chen, who was sitting in the car, chuckled suddenly. Then, after doing a navigation, I stepped on the accelerator and went straight to the sales department of Dongjiao number 1. The other side. Dongjiao number 1 sales department. Li Moyu hung up the phone with an excited face. Manager Song contacted Mr. Lin Chen. Boom! A few words fell. All the property employees who are there. Suddenly, it was boiling. Mr. Lin appeared? It's that Mr. Lin who bought Lu Wang? My god, Shenhao, who spent 600 million to buy Lu Wang, is finally coming. This moment. As soon as I heard that the mysterious Shenhao who bought Dongjiao number 1 building king was coming, everyone is excited at this time. And many female salesmen are thinking in their hearts at this moment, how to leave a good impression on the other party. Even, leave a contact information. But also at this time, the door of the manager's room at the back was also slammed open. A middle-aged man in a black suit ran out. Contact Mr. Lin. Come on. Where is Mr. Lin now? The middle-aged man's face was full of nervousness, and he didn't dare to neglect in the slightest. After all, this Mr. Lin, the leader above him, made a special order. Never neglect or offend the other party. At this time, the other party appeared. Then it is inevitable. It is to treat them with the highest etiquette. I got in touch with Mr. Lin just now, and he said he would come over later. Listen to this. The middle-aged man nodded. Then, looking at the people around him, he spoke loudly. Give me some wit later. This mysterious Mr. Lin is coming over later. Remember, there must be no troubles in this. Otherwise, you will have a good time then. At this moment, all the sales, the faces full of tension. As for Manager Song, he was also emotional. After all, this Mr. Lin is too mysterious. Even he only knew the phone number of the other party, and the surname of the other party was Lin. As for the specific appearance, that is completely unknown. And such a mysterious customer, how can Manager Song not be nervous about it? The sales department of Dongjiao number 1 is in full swing, and Lin Chen at this time. The car was also parked in the underground parking lot beside it, all the way to the sales department of Dongjiao number 1. At this time, the sales department was very empty, bright and huge room, except for the map hanging there. There is only one oversized villa sand table left. And when he saw Lin Chen walking in, the next one, a young female saleswoman in work clothes, also came over at this time. Looking at Lin Chen in front of him, with a smile on his face, he said, "Hi sir, may I help you?" Listening to this, when Lin Chen was just about to speak, but another voice sounded. Xiaoli, haven't I told you? Don't continue to receive everyone today. As he said that, a woman who was dressed up extraordinarily enchantingly, with heavy makeup on her face, came over. Director Liao, this. The saleswoman who received Lin Chen was about to say something, but it was direct, and was interrupted by Director Liao. Okay. What is this? Manager Song specifically told us just now, if Mr. Lin comes later, because there are irrelevant people here, it will leave a bad impression. Can you afford this responsibility? After speaking, he took another look at Lin Chen. The contempt in his eyes is even stronger. Then, he said indifferently, I'm sorry, if you are not here to buy a house, please go out immediately. Hearing this, Lin Chen frowned slightly. Looking at Director Liao in front of him, he said, what do you mean? I can't just come in and take a look. Besides, is this the attitude of your sales department? Seeing Lin Chen like this, Director Liao immediately sneered. Not everyone here can come in and take a look. Any house in our place is worth 1 or 200 million yuan. As poor as you are, you won't be able to afford a set in 10 lifetimes. If you don't want to buy a house, don't hang around here, get out immediately. Listen to these words. Lin Chen here is also frowning more and more. Immediately, he shook his head. He was too lazy to continue talking nonsense with this guy. From his pocket, he took out his mobile phone. After finding Li Moyu's phone number, he dialed it. As soon as it was connected, Li Moyu's voice rang out. Hello, Mr. Lin, have you arrived yet? Well, I'm in the lobby of your sales department right now. But now, it seems that the sales here seem to dislike me very much. There are even some of you here, threatening to let me get out. With this sentence down, Li Moyu immediately made an unbelievable voice. What? What's the matter? Mr. Lin, please wait a moment, the manager and I will be there soon. After speaking, hang up the phone. At this time, in this manager's room, Manager Song's face was as dark as ink. From the bottom of my heart, there is boundless rage. He didn't expect it at all. I have already said so. In the end, someone was actually offended, this mysterious Mr. Lin, and dared to threaten to let him get out? At this moment, Manager Song was extremely annoyed. Let's go. As they said that, the two of them ran towards the first floor in a hurry. And at this time, in the lobby of the sales department, Director Liao looked at Lin Chen, who hung up the phone. Immediately, a sneer appeared on his face. Said, "Ha! The kid is pretty good at pretending. I want to see who you can call down today." At the same time, Manager Song rushed down, also immediately saw the scene, the anger in his heart. Suddenly, it erupted. With a loud voice in his mouth, he shouted angrily, "Liao Yingying, what are you doing?